Hi, this is Maureen Cahill from Tidewater Community College, and I'm here today to do a DevEd talk for the Virginia Community College System. This talk will be the 15-day study plan. To begin each semester, developmental students would benefit from a plan that has them track their assignments on Google Calendar, a cell phone, or other type of calendar. They need to see how many assignments, exams, and tests line up each week and at midterm. Why a 15-day plan? Many textbooks for reading describe a 5-day study plan for students. For most developmental students, 5 days is not enough time to study for high-stakes exams, which with one grade can make the difference between passing and failing. The same characteristics that place students in developmental classes make a 5-day plan impractical. However, our students would benefit from direct instruction in breaking material into reasonable amounts and planning appropriate study strategies. Even when students have jobs and families, 15 days is a reasonable amount of time to prepare for exams. Start by reminding students they will need a minimum of 2 hours per day of study in each of their classes. This means if they are in a 3-credit-hour class, they should be studying 6 hours outside of class. For exams, their time needs to be more focused, or they need to add study time. Train students to organize their work. In the 15 days before an exam, they should divide as follows. The first 3 days of the 15-day plan require students to list everything they need to study in every class by using the textbook and lecture material and any other material used by the instructor. They should decide which study techniques they will use for the topics on their list. Working with study partners can also lighten the load and also allow the students to compare topics to make sure they have covered everything. Next, divide the list into 4 equal parts, A, B, C, and D. A will be the oldest material, while E might be the material to be covered in the following class sessions. Many developmental students think that rereading their textbooks will be enough to prepare them for major exams. To help them see otherwise, provide a list of study strategies and lead a discussion in how to select the best strategy for different types of material and different types of exams. Have your students make concept cards or flashcards and then have them practice with them. Students can be trained to rewrite their class notes. Reciting works for auditory learners, but there are very few auditory or oral exams, so our students need to learn to rewrite them. Students can create a study sheet and write the concepts out from memory. They should quiz each other so that they have study partners. Students should predict short answer questions and then summarize the key material. Students should also predict and write essay questions. Remind students to check their time on these. Exams are always driven by time. In-class exams are no more than 90 minutes, and usually they are 50 minutes. Final exams are usually 2 hours. That time can be frittered away as students prepare essay and short answer responses instead of actually having the preparation work done during their study time. For weak areas, students need to use more than one strategy. This chart shows an overview of what students should do from day 1 to day 15 in their preparation. Days 1 to 3, students should list all topics that they are preparing to study for. They should then select and match study strategies, and finally they should divide the material into 4 equal parts, A, B, C, and D. Days 4 to 6, the students should create study cards, write out their questions, do prediction strategies, make their study charts, and any other strategies to help them learn the material. and this is only done for Part A. It takes about 2 hours. They should then study Part A, noting any weak areas, and there's no time limit on that. They do it until they have mastered the material. They should self-test for about a half an hour at the end of the study sessions. Day 7 through 9, students should create study cards and other strategies for Part B, and this should take about 2 hours. They should study Part B, noting weak areas, and review Part A. They're again going for mastery, so there is no time limit. Finally, they should self-test Parts A and B for about an hour. Days 10 to 12, they should follow the same plan using Part C. Day 13 to 15, students should do the final strategies and create study guides for Part D. Note at the end that their self-test is about an hour and a half, which emulates the time frame in most college classes. Students will find that using this 15-day plan will make them more comfortable and prepared going into exams. This is Maureen Cahill from Tidewater Community College. Thank you for joining me for this DevEd Talk.